Thank you so much for joining us. Today our vlog is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be showing you our camera gear and our equipment that we use to make our vlogs. We're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to show you is our camera bags. We both use Wandered camera bags. So this one is my bag. It's a little bit bigger than your bag, I think. Yeah. So mine is the Wandered Hexed bag. It's a duffel slash backpack. Some of the features that I really like about this bag are these two side pockets. They're really easy to use to access your camera. So I can put my camera right here, so I can easily take it in and put it back. Another feature that I really like about this bag is I can access my laptop without having to open the whole bag. So if I unzip it right here, there is a laptop pouch right here.
That makes airport security check-ins and all of that a lot easier.
Yeah, so to be able to just unzip it, take my laptop out, put it back in without having to go through the whole process of taking apart the whole bag.
Saves time and stress.
Makes it really nice, yeah. But this bag opens right down the middle, which I think is also a really good feature because you can access both sides of the bag while it's laying down flat. So if you've ever used a backpack before like we have to go traveling and it doesn't have this feature, everything just gets pushed down to the bottom. So you're digging through the bottom trying to get things out. But with this, you don't have to do that because it's side by side. This part right here opens up, and these are two smaller sections right here. So you can put clothes if you're going for a trip, or you can put your equipment that you need. This side right here has a camera cube that we bought. It didn't come with the bag, it was an accessory that you can purchase with it. And I think they're really helpful because it keeps all of your camera equipment and your camera pretty safe and secure. And organized as well. It also has really good backpack straps that are adjustable. It is waterproof, it's pretty durable, and it is carry-on size, so that's good if you're planning on flying on a plane, so you can bring it in the cabin with you.
I also use the Wandered company for my carrying equipment. I use the Wandered Privkey. This is the 31 liter. To start off with, it looks pretty understated. It doesn't look very flashy, so it just looks like a normal camera bag, which is really good because when we're traveling around, I don't want my stuff to be stolen. The other thing that I like about it is this is a unique feature, but to open the bag, kind of like Holly's, is you have to open it from the back side, like so. This is good because, again, traveling around, you don't want pickpockets opening up your zips on the outside. So it's a pretty safe, secure bag. What I really like about the Wandered range is that it's designed for travelers, it's designed for people who go to different places, have a lot of stuff. Like Holly, I also purchased the camera cube, which has been an absolute godsend because I'm able to pack up all my camera equipment in various different things, and it's packaged pretty neatly and pretty well. Another thing that I really like about this is its extension package. The bag looks this small right now. However, if you unclip this, you can actually extend the top and it becomes pretty big. So I can basically put a couple of t-shirts, pair of jeans, enough clothes for the weekend. And the last thing, and this is a neat feature again with the safety aspect, is that it has this pocket over here at the back where I can actually put my passport and important documents like wallet, travel papers, and it's right on my back, so there's no chance of that getting stolen. We have been using the Wandered company's products since the start of our travel journey, and it's fantastic. Like no complaints.
Yeah, I really like things to be organized so I can easily see where everything is, and these bags do a great job. They're also really easy to use. They look nice as well, so I think that's another feature that I really like. If it's a bag that I'm going to be carrying around, I want it to look nice. They're simple, but they look nice.
It matches Holly's favorite color, which is white, purple, black.
The next thing that we're gonna get into is our camera. So these are the main things that we use for vlogging, and I would think that they're probably the most important. The first camera that we're going to be talking about is our EOS RP. So this was the camera we started off using it from the very beginning. It's an overall really good camera.
The autofocus is amazing. And if you're just starting out, you know, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars buying the best machinery. This is a great camera. It lasted us almost 2 years. We have no problems with it, and we still use it today as our backup camera. It has Canon's flip out screen, which when you're vlogging is really good because you can actually see what's going on in the frame.
For this particular camera, the battery life isn't as good as the R5 battery life, so we recommend if you do get this, buy some extra batteries. Also, we needed a camera that had really good image stabilization, and when we were using this camera, we did have a gimbal. So the gimbal was really hard to, first of all, set up. It was really bulky. It also drew a lot of attention. So when we were trying to vlog, it kind of was a nuisance. And we needed the gimbal because we needed really good image stabilization. And this camera didn't have the greatest image stabilization.
The second camera that we're using is the Canon EOS R5. We recently upgraded a couple of months ago, and it was a really good decision because you can evidently tell the difference in quality with the image stabilization. It records in 4K, and it also records in 120 frames per second, which means it can record in super slow motion, which is really good if you want to get some action shots. The battery life is a lot better, and all around it's a much better camera, but it's also a lot more expensive. The equipment that we want to talk about next are the lenses that we used. Now, we've been vlogging for around 2 years, and we've experimented with a lot of lenses. We've tried different things, but I think now we're in a position that we've actually realized what works for us in terms of vlogging, in terms of carrying the equipment around. And I think we've got a really good balance. So we used 3 lenses, one of which is being used right now. And I'll start with that one. That is the RF 15-35. That is our main vlogging lens. It has a really wide field, so you can hold it up and you're not getting straight bobble heads. It has great field of depth. It's f2.8, and overall it's just our main lens, which we used for I think 80% of most situations.
Most everything, yeah.
So that is probably the most used one. The next camera lens that we use is the 24-105. This was in fact our main lens before we got the 15-35 because it's just so versatile. It can be used for vlogging with a focal length at 24, and it can also get some really crisp zoomed in shots at 105mm. It's also really light. One of the main issues that I've found with the RF range is that the lenses are actually quite heavy, and this is surprisingly quite light. The final lens that we use, and our latest lens, is the RF 70-200 telephoto lens, and we got this a couple of months ago, and it has not disappointed because you can get some really cool zoomed in shots. So when we're traveling around and we're looking at a building, for example, the 15-35 will capture like the whole building, and this will capture the close-up details of said building. It's really compact. Like the old EF model that was 70-200 was actually quite long. This is, again, I mean, it fits in the palm of my hand.
When it comes to lenses, a lot of the lenses that we bought initially would be secondhand lenses, or we traded in lenses to upgrade to different lenses. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the other things we use to film. So we have a drone and we have a GoPro. So the first thing we'll talk about is our GoPro. So the GoPro we use is the GoPro 7 Hero. This is really useful for vlogs when there are sports involved, or water, or any kind of activity that you need your hands for and you can't use your main vlogging camera. So we've used this on ski trips, we've used this on snorkel trips. The quality is very surprising to me because it really takes great video. The only problem using this as a main vlogging device is the sound quality. But it captures great water shots, it captures lots of action shots, it has really good stabilization.
So one of the things with, as Holly mentioned, is that the GoPro is extremely versatile. It can be used in a bunch of different scenarios. So I went on Amazon and I bought this bundle, which has mounts that can be used in a variety of different situations. I think it was like a 13-in-1 GoPro package or something. So we have like this chest mount, which is really good for when you need both hands, like when we went skiing. The next camera that we used pretty extensively is a drone, and I have the DJI Mavic Air. The first time I got this and I saw the footage, I was absolutely blown away by how good the quality of the camera is. This just provides such a unique viewing point when we're in situations like in a jungle or in a city. In terms of just bringing a new dimension to your vlogs, definitely get a drone. They've got a bunch of new drones with better battery life, more range, so check it out. This is a couple of years old, so it's a pretty old model, but it's serving us pretty well.
The drone is also pretty lightweight. It's also foldable, so it's easy to pack up and it saves a lot of space. Another item that we use for filming is, we just recently started using this. It's an iPhone 13. The camera quality is fantastic. So we've been using it to take videos, cinematic videos, and photographs.
The next category that we're going to talk is our laptops. And both of us use MacBooks. Holly has the MacBook Air and I have the MacBook Pro.
For me, I don't process the videos, so the MacBook Air is perfect for what I need. I don't need a lot of
processing power,
like software programs and things like that. Yeah, processing power. So for me, I like the MacBook Air. It's really light, it fits nicely into this bag, and it's overall a really good laptop. I've had it since probably 2018. Yeah.
I recently upgraded to the new MacBook Pro. Man, this thing has been an absolute godsend. It's helped me increase the amount of output that I do. It has actually helped me increase my skills as a creator, in the sense that I'm able to learn using new programs because my old one didn't have enough memory. And it's actually helped our relationship.
It has, because Ali's old computer would take forever to process
a whole
anything.
night.
So sometimes after the video would be done, I would watch it, and if I found things that needed to be fixed or changed, it would take a crazy amount of time for Ali to be able to do those changes. So he would get so annoyed at me because he didn't want to make the changes. So now, if we have changes that we want to make, it takes a second to fix. It's easy. Honestly, it has really helped a lot.
The software that I use for this, I actually have a subscription to the Adobe Suite. So that gives me access to all of the Adobe programs, but the main ones I use for video editing are Premiere Pro, for photo editing, Photoshop and Lightroom, and I'm in the process of learning 2 or 3 other programs, which is Adobe InDesign, Illustrator, and After Effects. That would not have been possible without this machine, to be honest with you.
Okay, some of the programs that we use are Epidemic Sound, so that's our #1 go-to music source. We also use the free version of Canva to make our thumbnails. We use TubeBuddy, which really helps us when it comes to keyword search, and it helps us also because it has an SEO studio that we use, which helps us with tags and titles and descriptions, thumbnails. We also have a one-way ticket website where we post our blogs, and we have lots of resources. So we'll link all of the resources onto our vlog if you want to check that out. And for our website, we use Squarespace.
The last category of equipment that we use is probably the most varied, and that's all of the accessories that go along with the aforementioned products.
I think we'll start off with the most used item. So this guy right here.
This is one of my favorite things that I bought. It's the Joby Gorilla Pod, and you basically just attach the camera on top and record yourself. I really like this. I feel like this is a really functional tool. You can open the legs to make it into a tripod. You can use it as a selfie stick, and all in all, it's a great thing. We use this all the time. Like, this is a constant feature when we're out vlogging.
Yeah, it's very heavy. That's my only complaint about it. I need to go to the gym more and build up some arm muscles, because whenever I'm holding it with the camera, I'm dying.
Yeah. To be honest, like, if you've seen our videos, I'm just holding it like this as well.
Yeah.
The next accessory that we use is our microphone, and that is the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus. Before we used a Rode shotgun mic, it was really good. However, I think it fell in water and it kind of broke. Since then, we've just been using this one, and the quality is really good. One of the earliest realizations that we had is audio is probably more important than the actual video. You can have the best shots, but if your users can't really hear what you're saying, it kind of discounts the entire thing, which is one of our biggest gripes with the GoPro. This one is our spare one that we'll just use in case of emergency. This is normally just in my bag in case something happens. This is the Boya BY-MM1.
I think the next accessory that we use every single day are these SanDisk. We have how many? 4 of them?
Yeah. So these are the solid state drives. We normally used to use these normal hard disk drives, which I think Holly still uses.
I still use, yeah.
But for our everyday footage, we store it all on these SSDs, and they're really fast at processing and copying when you've got large amounts of data. So these are really, really good.
The next thing we'll talk about is the batteries. So like we mentioned earlier, the RP camera gets some extra batteries because the battery life is pretty low.
Yeah, so for the R5 we have a total of 3 batteries. For the RP we have a total of 4 batteries. Again, when we're out vlogging, I like to keep everything just in this little thing because it's nice and compact. It also has extra memory cards that we might need. It's a really good purchase.
Ali likes to label everything. He loves using the white pens, so he puts all of his labels, as you can tell, on everything.
She makes fun of me, but it's actually come into great use. So she's like, oh, it looks so janky. I don't care.
He labels, this is actually useful. He labels the batteries, A, B, C, D. So he'll say, give me battery A, and then we know which batteries need to be charged after because we go in order, so we know which ones.
Madness, which, in terms of cases and me labeling cases, this is another thing. Again, I just bought these on Amazon, and I have 2 of these. These are U-green cases. Yeah, I just use these to basically compartmentalize all of my chargers, all of my wires.
You can always find these headphones around Ali's neck or his head. He uses them for 2 things. 1, to edit the vlogs, and 2, to tune me out.
Yeah. These are the Bose QC90, I believe. Really good. The battery life is really good. The Bluetooth is a bit janky because I'm working on my laptop and then it will just out of nowhere connect me to my phone. But aside from that, really good, really comfortable, and the noise cancellation is really good because it works. Holly can attest to that.
Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about any of the equipment that we talked about in this vlog, please write it in the comments. We'll get back to you and we'll try to answer them as best as we can. Everything that we show you is going to be linked in the description down below. They are affiliate links, so if you do click on one of the links and make a purchase, we will receive a small commission, but it's at no cost to you, so it's just a way to say thank you and show your support for us.